Hi, and welcome to episode 5 of the Spindle Saga podcast. Today is Sunday, March 15th, 2015, and I'm Jessica, also known as Jessie Nareem on Ravelry.
And I'm Amanda, also known as Abu Tiger 2011 on Ravelry.
So we want to thank you guys for coming out and watching us today. If you're a returning viewer, thank you for watching us again. And if you're a new viewer, thank you for coming to check us out. We now have a Ravelry group called the Spindle Saga podcast. And I'll link it in the show notes so you guys can come and join our Ravelry group. I think we're up to 23 people. So
yay! 23!
Which is so
Thank
exciting.
you for
joining. And
out.
Please feel free to introduce yourself. I know I've had a couple people introduce themselves.
Oh, that's great.
So yeah, come share what you're knitting or spinning or whatever.
Whatever your Ravelry craft is.
Yeah, so come check us out. All right, so let's see here. So Amanda's back this week, which is so exciting. And where were you last week?
I was in Florida. My brother is a Disney intern in Florida, and he has been away since January, so I haven't seen him in a few months, and that's his first time away from home, so it was really nice seeing him. And we did the Florida sites, went to the Kennedy Space Center, and then we went to Hollywood Studios and did the Star Wars rides because Star Wars is coming up. It's so exciting. Got a nerd on in Harry Potter World and totally got a wand. And pumpkin juice is awesome. It's so yummy.
That's right. You said that's probably your favorite.
That's my favorite. I tried the butterbeer and I tried Gilly Water, which Gilly Water is just water. But in Harry Potter World, it's Gilly Water.
Oh, okay. I was going to ask if that was a new thing or not.
Yeah.
Did they rename it? Gilly Water?
All their water is Gilly Water from Harry Potter. But
and this was your second time.
This is my second time, but this is the first time I went when they had all the Hogwarts train and Diagon Alley. It was so cool. They did such a great job. It was so cool how they manipulated architecture to make everything look bigger than it was. And when you got to the bank, it was huge. And there's the dragon breathing fire, which you could feel the heat from that fire, even though it's way up there. You're just oh, there's the dragon. But it was really cool. And of course, the Harry Potter rides are the best rides I've ever been on. I've been on quite a few rides, so
yeah.
Though I know there's a special place in my heart for the Star Wars rides. I love the Star Wars rides.
Hey, to each his own, right?
Yeah. So yeah, it was a lot of fun. Got to see him. Got to see what he's doing, and he wants to eventually go back as an animator. So we'll see where that goes and how it goes. Once he graduates school and everything. So. It was a lot of fun. Cool spring break. So.
Yes, because for those of you, some of us had spring break last week. Like my sister and mom, they have it next week, or this coming week. They just started spring break. Yeah. And I just finished, so, I had to be different. Yeah. But I had the same spring break as you.
Yeah. You did babysitting.
Yeah,
so,
I babysat all week.
See, I went on vacation and spent money. She stayed home and got money. Which of us is smarter?
Yeah, it's okay. But anyway, so this is a knitting and a spinning podcast. And so, I could start with... As
you can't see, I am spinning, but it's kind of... my spinning wheel is low to the ground, so... If I look like I'm doing nothing, I'm actually doing something. I'm actually spinning.
Here, do you want to start? You want to start with what?
Sure. I am spinning. I'm spinning Raj on my spinning wheel, and it's from 2 by Hand. Let's see if I can get the...
Sorry for the crinkling.
2 by Hand. It's Raj, and this is organic merino, so it's really soft. And as you probably have seen if you've seen our other videos, we like 2 by Hand. Yeah. So, but actually, this is my last 2 by Hand braid that I have.
But it's okay.
I spun it all.
Because we're going to see them.
We're going to go see them this weekend, this coming weekend. So.
Or you can shop in my room.
I could shop in your room.
I have a store.
So I'll get to fill up my trunk again because it's a little lonely. There's no fiber in it.
I know. So can you imagine not having any fiber?
Yeah.
I wish. Actually, probably in about 2 years, I won't have any fiber because when I go back to school, I probably won't be able to buy any. So
yeah,
that'll be an interesting goal. Graduate OT school with you know, a lot of debt and no fiber.
Yeah, you
That'll
know,
be an
hey,
interesting
you
goal.
know, that's where I'm at right now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Lots of debt, no fiber. But yeah.
Hey, that works.
Yeah, but yeah, I love Raj. It has lots of greens and blues, and it's just so pretty. Purples every once in a
Can't
while.
wait. They love to make Big Bang Theory references right now with all their fiber.
Yeah.
And
I like
have,
It's a Tiara.
I did It's a Tiara. I did that one. That was
That's
so fun.
cute. I love the name.
And the colors are perfect. They're like pink and purple, like
Yep.
Jessica colors.
Definitely.
But they have, so they came out with a bunch of them, and I never knew where the references were for, but I just got the Blu-ray box set on Wednesday, and so I've been watching all the episodes because it's been spring break and I haven't had a lot to do.
Hey,
And
spring
so-
break is for binge watching TV shows.
Exactly. And knitting, apparently.
And knitting.
And studying like a psycho. But,
Yeah.
you know, that happens.
Yeah.
Well, so now I started to get all of the colors. And I'm like, oh, I want Life Without Whimsy. Because apparently, so there's an episode where Penny asks Sheldon if he'll go to like get coffee, and he says, you know, I don't drink coffee, and she's like, well, how about hot chocolate? He's like, oh, well, I drink hot chocolate, but I only drink hot chocolate in months that have an R in them. And she asks him why, and he says, well, what's life without whimsy? And so I'm like, I really want that color now.
Wow.
Life without whimsy.
Very cute, yeah.
So yeah, I really hope that color is there. And knitting a pair of pants. Did you see that episode?
I did not.
Oh my gosh,
But-
we have to find it and watch it.
Okay.
It was the beginning of this season though. It's after they tell, this was at the end of last season, so sorry if this is a spoiler for you. But the end of season 6, when Penny and Leonard get engaged,
Mm-hmm.
and they tell Sheldon, you know, eventually they're probably going to live together because they
Yeah.
want to get married. And Sheldon goes on a train for like months at a time, and he runs away. And when
Aw.
he comes back because he got mugged and all of his belongings were taken, including his pants. And he sees this lady knitting, and he's like, are you knitting a pair of pants? And she just runs away from him because, I mean, he's kind of creepy. He's just standing there with no
Yeah.
pants on.
Well,
like,
to be honest, Sheldon's creepy whether he has clothes on or not. But yeah.
that kind of adds to his creepy homeless look
Well,
that he had.
maybe that's where the inspiration came with now, like, Ravelry's doing the whole knitting shorts.
Maybe.
And, like, everyone's, like, posting that. I'm like, why would you want to knit shorts? Like, it
Good
just
luck.
seems
If you want to
so
knit shorts, you're
uncomfortable.
awesome.
I know.
I don't know. I don't think
Yeah,
I'm
it
I'm
hasn't
not
hit
that
me yet,
comfortable.
to want to do that. But I did show the picture to my dad. I was like, so, would you wear them? He's like, only if you made them. I wear them once.
Just to be nice. Wear them once to
I
be
was like,
polite.
aw, my dad's really nice. And that, yeah, but, yeah. I was like, you could wear them in India next time you're there. Crazy American with his knitted shorts. But, yeah.
They're not for me. What else are you working on? Are you working on anything knitting wise?
Knitting wise, I am working on something. I have, of course, my Queens of Darkness bag that I got from you, which is so fitting because we just watched Once Upon a Time because I had to
And I
catch
have
up.
all of them in it.
It has them all.
Well, except her.
Oh,
She's not
yeah.
in it. I'm hoping she'll
Yes.
turn up.
Yet.
Come on, we need the Tangled Lady.
Yeah, we need. Does she even have a name? Oh,
She
no,
does,
she did.
but I
Mom Gothel. Mother Gothel.
Okay.
But yeah, I am working on this shawl, and it's, oh goodness, what's the name? Starts with an M.
Montana.
Yes. What is
The state? Isn't it the
No,
Montana show?
no.
Or is that the other one?
This is that one that everyone's did on Ravelry.
Oh, the Multnomah.
Multnomah. There we go, Multnomah. So
The one I showed you.
I'm getting to the ruffles, but so I'm starting that, and I have my little Harry Potter stitch markers.
What's it out of?
This is Madeline Tosh, and is Starry Night for the Harry Potter group. Starry Night.
That's
And it's Tosh Merino Light. Superwash Merino wool. So.
I like that.
Yeah. You know me in blue.
It's really pretty.
Yeah,
that is
but
a
I
really
love
pretty
the
color.
colors.
And I love that yarn for shawls.
Mm-hmm.
It drapes really nicely
Yeah.
and blocks really nicely.
I'm excited.
I would know if I would finish the shawl I started a year and a half ago out of that yarn. Not that colorway, but I started a shawl. I found it today.
Yeah. I've already noticed I have some castle hairs in my yarn. But hey, you know, I love castle, so.
That's my dog, for those of you who don't know.
Yeah.
Here he is. He's on the back of my phone. He's adorable.
He's adorable.
He's also my Ravatar. He's my dog. He's a
He's adorable.
He's an Australian Shepherd, for those of you who would like to know.
Yeah.
And he is 2. Right? He's 2.
He's 2.
Yeah, he's 2.
But you wouldn't know it. He still acts like a puppy.
Yeah. Well, I've just decided that dogs, because even my 16-year-old dog, who I don't have anymore, she was still a puppy even when she was 16. So I've decided that dogs are like, they're children that just stay little forever, and cats are like children that are children for 6 months, and then they're angry old adults. Not that all adults who age are angry, but
Yeah.
they turn into the angry ones, unfortunately.
I don't trust cats.
Because I have 2 of them that are very angry sometimes.
I don't trust your cats either. But it's something about their eyes. It's like they know more than you do, and they're
Oh,
just
I
like,
know.
oh, you pitiful little humans.
At least my personal cats are. Maybe not everyone's cats. Not the one that I cat sat for last weekend.
Yeah.
He just has spring fever. That's what his parents told me. Or his human parents told me. Because he escaped and they found him a few hours after they got home. But
Yeah.
I was terrified that I lost their cat. But he just does that. He escapes because it's getting to spring. It isn't yet because we keep having snow.
Yes.
He really wants spring to be here.
I won't give up the notion we may get more snow until like late April, because it's Texas and it's crazy, and one day it can be 80 degrees and the next day we can have ice and school is canceled. So
Pretty much.
yeah, that's what we've been living in. And so
At least this area, because I know
Yeah.
like San Antonio and places south of
Yeah.
us, they didn't get any ice,
Yeah.
I don't think. But
they're
we
a
live
little
in
south.
North Texas.
Yeah, we live in
Or
North Texas.
just north
so.
enough that
Yeah.
you get it. Even Dallas.
Yeah,
'cause we're north
my
of
dad
Dallas.
jokes all the time. He lives an hour south of us, and he's like, "How's up north?" And I'm like, "It's just an hour, but yeah, sometimes it is a difference. Like we'll get more ice or snow or cold weather or whatever." So
Yeah, because like
Difference.
I got abandoned at your house for a few days,
Yeah.
and literally, we got abandoned at her parents' house where she was staying at the time, and there's a highway that I take to go from her house to my house, and literally the halfway point was where it was shut down. So I could get halfway home in a town where there is one bed and breakfast. Probably wouldn't find a place to stay because of all the people that got abandoned there.
maybe
And
stay in your
so
car.
I just didn't even try. I was like, you know what? God got me as far as he got me. He got me to Friends, and I'm just gonna stay here and go see Frozen a couple of
Yeah,
times.
we went and saw Frozen twice. It was
because there
it was
were
great.
no movies.
Yeah.
Then
No.
I mean, Frozen was great. It was
we
the
love
cutest
Frozen.
movie. But it was awful that there was no other movie to see. We would have gladly gone to another one. But I think everything out was like a horror film or something.
Yeah,
That's
stuff
just
that
fine.
we're very picky. We mostly watch children's movies, family friendly movies, every
Yeah.
once in a while.
I mean, like PG-13.
But yeah.
Yeah, something adventurous.
Yeah.
With a good story.
Oh, certainly, yeah.
Yeah, because I think let me think. What all have we? Because I want to see Cinderella. That's like PG though.
Yay!
I know.
Cinderella.
And one of the girls at church today was all excited. I mean, okay, she's 7, but she was so excited. She and her family saw Cinderella yesterday, and she was telling me all about it.
Oh, great.
And I was like, I'm so jealous. I want to go see that.
Yeah.
So anyway, so what else? Is that all you're knitting on right now?
Yes, that's
Okay.
currently.
Then
I
will-
started a new knitting project, but it's a ripping out project and trying something new project, so I won't bring
Yeah.
that up yet.
It's okay. Hold on. I will get to the end of this. Lovely. Well, here, this is one of my whips. I can kind of show it while I'm finishing the row. So this is a sock that I randomly started while I was babysitting the other day because
I was like, I haven't seen that sock before.
I hadn't finished the heel on the sock that I'm going to show you here in a minute, so I didn't have the needles to start the second one. And I don't know why, and I didn't want to sit there while I was, because I knit it while the child was taking a nap, but I didn't want to sit there and start the heel and like end in the middle of like a row or something. So I didn't take that one, and then I goofed up the second sock that I showed y'all last time. I showed you guys the double gusset socks with the mustache yarn, and I messed up. I made the heel flap on the second sock a whole repeat shorter than the first sock. So I realized this and I'm ripping it out, but I haven't finished ripping it out, but hold on. So this I kind of reverse engineered the vanilla bean pattern, which is a free pattern by Emily O'Grady on Ravelry. And you normally knit it from the cuff down, but I wanted to do toe up. And because I really like this rounded capboard eye toe, I've used it on a lot of pairs of socks. And I did forget, however, you do this, you slip the stitches between the stripes. And this is Mustache Yarn Perfect Sock Fingering Weight Base in the Sesame colorway. It's a 16 stripe repeat. It is so fun. I love it. It is great for this pattern.
Bright. I love the color.
I love how they're so
mixture.
different. Yeah. It's so fun.
Very cute.
And
I like your striped socks. They're so. It's like if you're gonna do socks, might as well do fun socks.
Exactly.
But that's our way with that. If you're gonna do anything knitted wise, I mean, why do something boring?
Yeah, make it fun. So, and like I work with kids, like they'll like them. Actually, I've gotten many compliments on my striped socks at school, so the kids love them. But so I put in the waist yarn for the heel because I'm going to do the Jessica Larson Afterthought a la carte heel. And I forgot to start doing the vanilla bean pattern on the back. So I'm just not doing it on the back. I decided I'll just do it on the front. That's all people will really see anyways. So, you know, it makes my life easier.
Hey, you know.
And I have learned
making your life easier
to make. And the reason I also like doing toe up socks when I can is because I make the cuff longer or the leg longer. My next sock I'm going to show you is the Mustache Double Gusset sock. This is sock number 1. Yay. Sock number 2 is in the bag because it's getting ripped out and it doesn't have needles on it right now.
Is that a little mustache for the heel?
Yeah, like the blue is still the mustache. And then this is Sesame. See it? It actually lines up that way. See? And then this is Venetian Rainbow and Unicorn Apocalypse from the socks that I had to repair.
I like the way it kind of stripes for the heel. That's really cool.
Where you get like a rainbow and well, here I'll show you on the other sock. It does the reverse, so it started with the purple and then you got a rainbow.
Oh, that's so cool. That cool? It's like you planned it.
I know. I just used the same ball because the other ball is like in a tangled mess. That's probably just gonna get thrown away. Because I spent like 2 hours trying to entangle it and I was like, I don't even think if I cut this, I could salvage it, and I'm just frustrated.
There was many a Hobby Lobby yarn that I used part of it, and then the rest of it ended up in the trash.
Yeah. Well, so I wish I don't know what's wrong with me. When I do cuff down, I never make them long enough. So you see how long that is. I mean, it doesn't even cover all of the wavy lines on the sock blocker. So here is the sock that is the perfect length. And I did it from the toe up. Because I made the leg the same length as the foot. And this is a test knit for Laura. I did her heel, which is the Japanese short row heel. She does include directions for 2 different kinds of Afterthought heels. So when that pattern comes out, y'all will get to see that. But so I did the Japanese short rows again because I never did them. And I did them on the orange Western Sky Knit socks I showed last time.
It's really cool. I like that heel, the way it turned out.
Yeah, because it adds a little extra right there. Yeah. And it fits me a lot better.
Oh, that's good.
So I like that. But what I like doing now is if I do an Afterthought heel at least, or I mean you can do it with regular heel too, but you just lay them and so you can tell that they're about the same length. And on this sock, they're not.
Aww.
It's so sad. I mean, like, they're almost the same length. I folded it at the wrong spot, and so it's just not as long as I would like, because, I don't know, I'm just weird that way, I guess. But this one will be, because I did it toe up, so I'll be able to fold it over and make sure. I'm just going to have to measure it and just keep it in my brain. I mean, it's too late now because I'm on sock number 2 of the blue ones, but, oh. Because, I mean, and this sock, too, it weighs, I could almost do one sock for myself out of half a skein of self-striping because it weighs 43.2 grams. And you know, like a skein is usually 100 grams. Yeah. So it's really funny that, like, sometimes I'll do a sock that will weigh like 30 grams and then I'll do one that weighs almost half the skein. Wow. Because my feet are so big, but whatever.
Okay. Yeah, we both have pretty big
feet. Yep. So those are all my whips, and these are my 2 FOs, the 2 socks.
That's what happens when we're tall.
Yeah, pretty much. I didn't finish anything else. I didn't do any spinning.
Yeah, it's been,
I have to do
it's
my
been a
owl,
while
though.
since I've done spinning.
Yeah. I don't
It's nice
know.
to kind of get back into the swing of it right before Fiberfest. I'm going to try to actually finish this. Not that I probably will. But
But at least then you can bring it with them and work
Yeah.
on it then.
so,
Not that we won't go to the 2 by Hand booth like the second we get there, but you know. It's
yeah.
Oh, and I need to do my pattern.
Yeah, I was already looking at the Dallas Fiberfest, if you haven't heard us talk about it yet.
Yeah, we should probably mention that.
Yeah, we're going next weekend, and they released like the vendors hall and the map, and I was like, okay. So I started circling places, like we're going here, and we have to make sure we go here,
Yep.
and so I was like, okay, what do we need to go first? What's going to sell out first? And so I was like,
Yeah.
okay, I
We're
know Jessica
plotting.
likes this place, so we're definitely going there, and they're just kind of plotting our way
Yep.
through, because
Well,
you know, some stuff
oh,
once
where
it's
did that
gone,
go?
it's gone. So
Yeah, some stuff will sell out, especially like certain like fabrics and project bags or
project
certain
bags.
colorways. Most of the DARs, know what their
Yeah.
popular ones will be, and they'll make sure they stock up on them. But some things, I mean, there's just only so many you can have. So.
Well, especially like things like, let's see, Doctor Who. Anything Doctor Who goes fast.
Yep.
Anything Harry Potter goes pretty fast.
Yeah, well, especially because some places will really only, especially in project bags, like if they
Yeah.
only have 2, I mean, they only have 2, and that's all
Yeah,
they
and then
have.
that's it. Yeah. So yeah, a lot of those types of stuff. Actually, I see more Doctor Who stuff and knitting and all that stuff than any of the other.
Yeah, I see a lot. I didn't realize how
franchises.
big Doctor Who was.
I didn't.
I mean, I'm a Doctor
like,
Who fan, but I didn't realize.
I've heard about Doctor Who for a long time. I've only started watching a little bit of it because of.
Because I started watching it was
Her.
on Amazon Prime.
Yeah.
But I'd never heard of really a whole lot of Doctor Who.
Yeah, and it's been
Until, like,
going on
last
for so
year.
long, and I'm like, and me and my mom are like total BBC
Yeah, so it's
fans,
really
and we're
fun.
like, how did we not know about this show? We watched, like, I grew up on Star Trek, and Star Wars, and BBC comedies from the 1960s. So I'm like,
And I think
exactly
it's the
how
longest
did
running
I?
show
Yeah,
ever.
not
too.
get into this. So I blame PBS. That they didn't do that, because we were constantly watching Masterpiece Theater and Masterpiece Mystery and whatever else, and like, yeah, had they had that on there, I would have totally probably become an
Who
addict.
fan.
So,
It's okay if we live together again. Then you'll become one. Because I didn't become a Who fan until we quit living together because
Yeah.
we graduated.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
and that's how I became a Lost fan, because that one summer after I graduated,
Yeah.
that's when I watched three seasons of Lost to get ready for the last season of Lost, and now I'm kind of like, the only thing that I got from Lost was I can say he was from Lost, she was from Lost, he was from Lost.
Yep, she's on like
That's
every
the
show.
only productive thing I got out of Lost, because
They killed off everybody.
they killed off everybody, and then they tried to wrap everything up in this all paths lead to heaven chapel thing at the end, which I was like,
Yeah.
really?
It was disappointing.
Yeah, let's just say, yeah, it was very disappointing. But at least it was a show that wasn't going to be canceled, so they just did one last wrap-up episode. It was actually a series that was like, all right, we're going to end.
They planned the ending.
They planned the ending, which I'm like, after a while, I wish networks would just do that. If they decide they're not going to renew the contract, at least plan the last season to end, not just
Or at
say,
least give
"We're just
give you an
ending it."
episode because
Yeah,
I like
it's like
Criminal Minds Suspect Behavior. We
Yeah.
don't know who died. I decided the girl didn't die because I liked her.
We're
I
kind
hope
of
all of you are
glass
cool with
half
that.
full kind of person. No, they didn't die.
Well, because if she
So.
lived, the guy was gonna have to kill somebody else,
yeah,
and so it was kind of sad because he was gonna have to violate his own moral code to save her. But I decided he did because I liked the main character who was the girl.
oh,
But
yeah.
they never, even on like regular Criminal Minds, I was like, well, they could like do an episode where we happen
They
to
kind of
see her
abridge,
walking
yeah.
around.
Oh,
at
they
the
do that
FBI.
all the time with different shows. Yeah,
But they didn't. I'm sad. They need to because some of us would really like some closure on that.
yeah.
But so let's see. So here we're going to talk about some more about DFW Fiberfest. So there is a podcaster meetup on Saturday at 1 p.m. and I do not remember where it is. It's in the podcasters. There is some thread in the DFW Ravelry group, like the DFW Fiberfest Ravelry group, that says like, attention podcasters. And somewhere in there, I believe somebody picked a destination for this. I believe it will be at the convention center. I want to say that's where it's going to be, but it could totally be at the main hotel. I don't know. But it'll be at 1, and we plan to be there at least for a little bit. I don't know. They said they would do it at 1, so people who had class at 2 or 2:30 would be able to go to their classes. Yeah. So, I mean, I'm assuming it's just like, you know, come in and meet other people who do podcasts. But we'll be there, so come say hi. Please. And if you just see us, like, sitting in the little center, you know, spinning or knitting or chatting, or, you know, in a vendor, and you want to say hi to us, you know, say hi.
Yeah.
We love meeting people.
Yeah.
And you knit or spin or crochet, or you got dragged there by a friend, and, you know, we love to meet people. Let's see here, what else? I am taking a class. I'm taking Thick and Thin, Coils with JC Boggs on Friday afternoon. So if you're in that class, yay, we'll be in a class together. I already found out someone in the 2 Up by Hand group is in that class with me. So I'm very excited to meet some of my 2 Up by Hand people.
That's cool. I am not taking a class, but I will be walking around and talking to people, and
yeah, you'll be hanging out.
I'll be hanging out.
We'll be having fun. I'm only taking 1 this year. I might, because some of the JC Boggs classes are still open. They like reopened them all, and so I might take the one on Sunday, but it's all day, and I still haven't decided if I'm going to.
Yeah, if you haven't done DFW Fiberfest and you didn't try to sign up for a class, there was a lot of issues.
Yes, but they did have a lot of people drop out.
But I think they did well, even with all the issues of getting everyone.
Oh, they did. They were such nice.
They were so nice, and because it was really a technology thing. It was nothing really on their part. It was, we're trying something new, and well, whenever you try something new, it just didn't. It doesn't always work out. So.
Yeah, but the volunteers are super sweet. If you see them, you know, say hey or tell them they're awesome.
Yeah, thank them for all their work. They really do put a lot of work into the Fiberfest.
They do. Oh, they do. And they're just the nicest people. Like, when I was trying to get into a class, like, I mean, they were just so sweet. Mm-hmm. So sweet about helping me out. And, like, last year, my mom is really good friends with the lady who used to run it. Mm-hmm. And we still see her. I mean, we met her, and we went to her house in Fort Worth. And she's just super, super sweet. Yes. So they're all just super nice people. So if you see them, say hi and, you know, give them a hug. Because I'm sure they're going to be exhausted.
Yes.
I'm sure everyone's going to be exhausted.
Everyone's exhausted.
By the end of it. But it'll be fun. And we are going to Stephanie Pearl McPhee's talk on Thursday night. It's going to be hilarious. I'm so excited.
Yeah. I'll be crying because I'll be laughing so hard.
Yeah, she's a riot act. I have her book. I may have to bring it with to try to get her to sign it.
Yes, you need to bring it so she can sign it.
I'll have an autographed copy. That would be kind of cool. And I'm sorry for those of you who've watched this podcast before, or if you're new, you know, you see this like blank wall behind us. We usually sit in a different room with a pretty quilt behind us that my mom made, and the lighting in there was awful. Like, you wouldn't have been able to see us. So we're in this room today. Let me think. I can't think of anything else. Oh, my aunt. Well, this is kind of random, but my aunt will be at Fiberfest. So my mom and my aunt and my friend will all be there. So you'll get to meet like my whole family if you know, see me at a restaurant probably, or I don't know, sitting with people that look like me. Yeah. Because my aunt is even the person who taught me how to knit, which is kind of crazy.
I know. I wish Miss Claire, she was this lady that taught us how to, or taught me how to knit in college, and I would love her to come. And every time we see her, we're like, you should come to Fiberfest and see us. And so one day maybe she'll come. But one thing I did want to kind of show off, I did redesign my spinning wheel, and I painted it. And stained it, and I found out I like to paint. Painting is fine, but I will never stain wood again, if I can help it. Yeah. But I was gonna kind of.
How about what we do then is after I'll redo the camera and just
exactly. Yeah, I was like, how do you
so after this like portion in the podcast, which you will all see, because it's pretty informal, is I'll add an additional segment, and Mandy will show off her wheel. So y'all can see it, because it's really cool what she did. It used to be my wheel. If y'all have seen, some people might have seen the wheel before, or there's like a picture I think on my project page of my wheel, because I painted it purple, so it got a total makeover.
Yeah,
It matches your fiber too.
It does. It's so cool.
All right, so you want to show your finished
Yeah, I'll
objects?
show my finished objects. So first of all was my big blue shawl. It's a triangle shawl. It's simply soft, and it grew and grew. But I striped it, and it's so pretty. And the yarn that I used it for was
You got that at Fiberfest last year, didn't you?
Yes, I did.
So how fitting, you'll get to wear it.
I will get to wear it.
I didn't even think of that in Fiberfest this week. Oh, that'll be so fun.
Yeah.
And it was freezing in the vendor hall, if I recall, last year.
It was big. I was.
So bring a coat if you're going.
Bring a coat.
Or
And
a
if
or
you
a
were-
knitted shawl or a sweater or something. Here, I'll help you show it.
Yeah.
It's really pretty.
It's really big. It's really nice. I get to wrap up all in it. And I've wanted a big shawl for a while, so
Yeah.
it wasn't that massive of a project. But I got it. All these blues and grays from Knitting Notions, and this is their merino lace. And the colors were stone gray, winter sky. I think one was just winter sky, blue sky, and night sky. So yeah, it was really pretty. I liked the way they turned out, and it was my first striped project. So
that was the first time you ever changed colors.
first time I changed colors.
Cool.
I did pretty good. Every once in a while I forgot to carry over the yarn, so there was some finishing I had to quickly do.
It's okay, it
but
happens to the best of us.
and then the other project I did was I did this cowl, and it was called the Mystique Lace Cowl. It's a free pattern on Ravelry.
Oh, did it get caught up?
It's getting caught. Okay.
Oh no.
I'll have to fix that later.
Oh no.
But it's firewood merino lace from Madame Tosh, and I didn't realize it was going to get so big. But I get to wrap it up on my
like maybe even 3 times.
I guess you can kind of see. I get to wrap it up quite a bit. But I really liked it, and on my Ravelry page, you can see pictures, and I took pictures when it was all snowing and icy outside, so the colors really pop on that. So you're welcome to look at those pictures. But that's all my finished projects. Besides, I do have some stuff I spun. This is Regeneration. Yeah, I finished it. But just by 2 by hand as well. And it's actually I'm getting closer to consistency. You can't see very well, but I saw some chunkiness in my stuff near like some
It looks
finger
pretty good,
weight,
though.
but
It's pretty. It's
yeah,
soft. So,
it's really
so
soft.
And it's Polworth, right?
Yeah,
I love that fiber.
yeah, it's Polwood, and I haven't washed it yet. So once I
Yeah.
wash it, it'll even be softer.
Yeah,
But that's it. I haven't done tons.
it's okay. You were gone for a week.
Yeah, I was gone for a week, and I did some knitting, but as you saw, it's still going.
Yeah. Well, you needed more
So.
markers for that.
Yeah, I had to get more markers. So do you have anything?
I don't think I have anything else.
Ooh.
Random side note. I'm friends with Free Flower, who is Stacy of Mustache Yarn on Ravelry, and she will be at Fiberfest with a booth called the Mustache Yarn booth.
Mm-hmm.
And she sells like this yarn and this
Lots of
and
stripy,
and she's
cool
asked
yarn.
me to bring my crazy socks to be a shop, like let her put on display.
Mm-hmm.
So they'll be there if you like want to see them or want to look at her stuff for some ideas if you like this idea.
Mm-hmm.
I used these 2 were from leftovers, but she does sell little mini skeins because you got
Yes,
some too, and
yeah.
Bernie.
Mini
And
mustaches.
so she sells like little leftover bits by the weight, and I don't know, they're for every so many grams, it's so many dollars.
Yeah,
But if you don't want to have to buy a whole skein, you want a bunch of different little ones.
they're really cute for like stuffed animals or like finishing projects, or of course if you do socks, like heels and toes.
Yeah, or you can even do
Cuffs.
like mitts. I don't know. I mean, I'm
Yeah,
sure.
I'm
people
sure
come
there's
up with
lots
a
of
million
things. Yeah,
ideas.
depending on like what size of mustache you get. 'Cause she
Yeah.
has like there's Yosemite Sam's, like one of the biggest ones, and then you have like Charlie Chaplin, which is
Yeah, they all
like,
have really
short
cute
little
names, which is
mustaches.
adorable.
They're so
By the
cute.
weight. Yeah, that was
So.
cute. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
The
so.
mustache.
Yeah. we're excited, but we wanted to do a video before Fiberfest, and then we'll probably do one after to kind of show all
there'll be
our
a lot
goodies.
of enabling after.
So yeah,
there will be a lot of enabling when we get back.
Yeah, it'll be fun.
It's okay. We've been saving our pennies.
I've actually saved my Waldo, and I've cashed him in.
Oh yeah,
so
I've been saving mine. Wenda or whatever her name is.
Wilma. Oh no.
I don't remember her name.
What have you named
I was trying to make her Waldo, and okay, her piggy bank is Waldo from Where's Waldo, and she's had him since college. And I decided to get one because she always puts her leftover change in him. And so I got one, and I wanted it to be Waldo's girlfriend because we saw like little miniature ones, and I was like, oh my gosh, those are their children, because I'm weird like that, and I just thought it would be funny. So I think Wenda is his girlfriend's name, or Wendy, something
Waldo
like that.
And Wenda.
So technically that's my piggy bank's name. I don't know.
So it's time.
But I put a lot of my money I made this summer from swim lessons in there, so I have to go cash that.
Yeah, I gotta go cash it.
I need to go to Coinstar or whatever this week.
Yep.
So, So anyways, so one more thing, and I believe the Nick girls, they do this, and I think it's cool that they promote reading on their podcast, so I wanted to do it too.
Okay.
So are you reading anything right now?
Well, I just finished The Princess Bride, and then because I went to Harry Potter World, guess what I'm starting to read? I'm reading Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone.
Oh, okay, so you're going to start
over again. So I'm starting them all over again, the wonder and the magic and the loveliness. So I'm on the very first chapter, so Harry is getting dropped off at the Dursleys. Unfortunately, we know what happened at the Dursleys.
I know, I just wanted to smack him. I didn't really want anything bad to happen to him. I just wanted to smack him. I just wanted to hit him once and be like, be a real person.
Yeah, and it's a credit to J.K. Rowling that she writes those characters that you're so angry at that you're just like, you want to reach into that book and just like shake them.
Same with Professor Umbridge. You wanted her to die.
I wanted her to die more than Voldemort. And that's saying something that I wanted another character to die that wasn't the main villain.
I know. She was so cruel.
Yeah.
She was awful.
And to be honest, I was scared more of Bellatrix Lestrange than I ever was of Voldemort. Voldemort was like this gentlemanly villain that he killed you, but he killed you because he had a purpose to killing you. Bellatrix was like, I'm going to play with you and
torture
you, and I'm just crazy, and I'm going to laugh and spin about, and which was an awesome character, and Helen Burton Carter did an amazing job at her because I was terrified of her. But yeah, she scares me much more than any other villain. So it'll be nice when I get to where she comes into the books and kind of remember her based off, having seen the movies now. So yeah, that's what I'm reading right now, Harry Potter.
Good times.
What are you reading?
Well, besides textbooks, which aren't that exciting to read, but I'm reading, it's a series by Cinda Williams-Chima, and it is, I forget what the technical name of the series is. It's like the Heir series or something. So I'm reading book number 4, which is called The Enchanter Heir.
So I'm guessing fantasy?
Yes, it is a fantasy book, and it's in this world of... So there's the Onweir, if I'm even saying that word right, which are the, like, those are the regular people that don't have magic.
Usually it's in movies that you find out, I've been saying that wrong.
It. Oh, I know. I think that's how everyone figured out how to say Hermione Granger's name. Because we called her Hermione for the longest time, and there were people at school that argued with me that you called her Hermione, and I knew it wasn't Hermione. But I didn't think it was Hermione, but that was what my mom told me.
I called her Hermione.
Yeah, poor Hermione.
Like Harmony.
Yeah, we should have just called her Harmony or something instead and just figured it out later. But anyways, so the Onweir are the non-magic people, and of course it's all about the magic people.
Yeah.
And they have these stones inside of them, and your stone tells you what kind of powers you have. And like, it's genetic, I believe.
Oh, that's cool.
I want to say it's genetic. I don't know what happens if someone who's, a warrior and someone who's a sorcerer has a kid. I could not tell you.
The world will
I think you're supposed to marry people that are the same as you, but I could totally be wrong.
But
I haven't read the first 3 books in forever because they've been going on for a while. But so there's the Warrior Heir is the very first one.
Yes.
And then the second one is the Wizard Heir. And the third one is the Dragon Heir. And then now we're on the Enchanter Heir. And so you have a stone, and it gives you magical abilities, and you go on an adventure. And this one, all of her main characters, and I love the letter J. My name is Jessica. Obviously, I like the letter J. All of the main guy characters, all their names start with J. The problem is I get them confused.
Yeah.
Because in I think the first book we had Jack, then we had a Joseph, and then we had a Jacob, I think. And then we had a Jessamine. So we actually had a girl, but she was like an older woman who was, I think, not a good, I don't know. She was a good guy, and then she was a bad guy. I forget now. And then now we have a Jonah. And then I think there was a Jeremy or a Jerome or somebody. I don't know, because I've forgotten. So I really need to go back and read the other books. But I really wanted to read this one because the cover was purple, and it's called The Enchanter.
And we both write books, and I'm on.
We write chapters of books, or at least I write chapters of books. You actually write books.
I write books.
I write chapters.
And we were spring break, and I had my little iPad, and I was editing away, and I was kind of like, Dad, is it a bad thing if I forget a character's name that I created?
No,
my dad was like,
it's not.
Well, how many characters do you have in this book? I was like,
a lot.
30? He's like, no, it's good. He's like, if you had 2, that'd be sad. But he's like, 30, I think you're okay. I was like, good, because I was like, I had to go back to my character cheat sheet and be like, who is this character? What's his name? Because it's the main bad guy's name, and it's changed like 6 or 7 times. So I was like, I don't remember which version of the name I decided to go with, but because it had to be sounding like it's a bad guy's name, but it couldn't be like, I'm
obviously
the bad guy. So, because for the first half of the book, you don't even know his name because my character doesn't know his name. He's just this random guy that keeps attacking, and then she, finds out more about him and all that stuff. But because for a long time he's just the soldier. So, but yeah, when you're writing, I always do try to keep it where I don't have a lot of J's or a lot of A's or a lot of B's, which. When you have a lot of characters, you have a huge cast, it gets hard. So I do, pull out there for the Game of Thrones, and how he's able to keep, all of them not sounding like an A name or a B name or a C name. So.
I know, I guess that's her thing. I mean, that's cool. That can be your thing.
Yeah.
I love the books, but I get them confused. I think in the last one...
and Sauron conundrum,
oh, I know,
right?
it's like that. Oh my gosh.
We're like, who is this again? Who's John?
Yeah.
Or visually, the host and the 2 main guys, and we're like, they look so similar, I can't tell. Who are you again?
In the movie, and then you got confused. Which cute guy was the guy that Melanie was dating, and which cute guy was the guy that Wanda was dating?
When you wear the same colors, when you have the same haircut, I'm like, I'm lost. Who are you kissing, and is it bad or is it good? Yeah. So
I guess if
I do try to kind of notice those things, and sometimes it does happen, and I think readers figure it out after a while, but I do try to keep my readers from getting confused.
Yeah, because when I was reading the 3rd book, all of the original J guys, they all get together and they team up.
Yeah.
And so you have and when they use their different abilities, you can figure out, okay, the guy with the fire is the wizard one. Okay, I got you. You have a sword, you're fighting with her. Yeah, you're Jack or whoever. Yeah. You can keep them straight. But then the one guy ran off by himself, and then the other guy found him, and then they were fighting, and one of them died, and I was like, oh my gosh, which one died? Which one are you?
Yeah.
And so it was complicated, but hopefully most of the characters in this one have different letters, so I can keep them straight.
That's good.
Because it is because it's this whole underground magical society. There's a lot of characters and a lot of names to keep straight, but yeah, we'll see if we run into all the J's from the original books. I'll just be screwed.
Yeah,
but it'll work out. Cool. It'll be fun. But yes, they're by Cinda Williams-Truman, and I highly recommend them. They're so good. They really are. I like her.
Is she a YA or just?
It's like a young adult. I mean,
I've seen them in the YA.
They would be appropriate for middle school and
Cool.
I think that's when I think I started reading them in high school is when they came out. And so we had the 3, and then she came out with another series, which I just haven't started. It's the
we have many books on our
the
bookshelves that
7
we haven't
Realms
started.
series, and it starts with
Mhm.
the
I know that series.
Demon King, the Exiled
Mhm.
Queen. There's like 4 books, I think, in that
In
one.
that
Because then there's the
series.
Crimson Crown and the Great Wolf Throne.
Yes.
I think those are all of them, unless she comes out with more, I suppose. But those, all of hers, I believe, are young adults, so they would be, 6th grade on that probably.
Mm-hmm.
So
Cool.
they're fun. They're fun.
Awesome.
But anyways, so we will be going Fiberfest this week. If you see us, come check us out. And I believe that's everything.
That's everything.
So thank you for watching us again,
Alright.
and we will talk to you all next week when we get back.
Yeah. All right. Bye.
Bye.